Okay, greetings one more. This is a beautiful day. Thank God for sunshine, for rain, and for pain. Welcome once more to our tutorial webinar on the use of W language to program on WinDev Mobile for the development of mobile applications. You remember the W language and WinDev product is a sole produce of PC Soft. Okay, in our previous video, we're able to code, work on the info, setFocus, ScreenToFile, HR, ToastDisplay, and RAS functions. We successfully store our information in the database, and if we remember how to handle all of these configurations, we saw that we stored car, coco, polo, and polo. Now, how do we ensure that the user sees what he's saving? We can decide to display this on the same window on which it is registered or on a separate window. For our video today, we'll focus on saving it on the same window. Once we are here after saving, if you look carefully, we are found under the ribbon creation. And under the ribbon creation, in the group data, you have table. Control W, remember to move and increase my workspace. Once I click on table, vertical table, I drop. Then you have this displayed. Okay, with this display, there are various ways in which we can fill a table. And our lesson now is filling a table. That is displaying information on the table. You can fill the display information on the table using 4 different ways. The first way is filling the table controlled by programming. When we talk about filling it by programming, what do we mean? There will be periods where the data we are going to use to fill our table will be obtained through programming, through calculation, for example. And in that case, we will need to use the option fill the table control by programming. But in a scenario where we want to fill the table by some information we had saved in the database already. Remember, the database here is called analysis, and it consists of data files. So the second option talks about display the data found in a file or an existing query. We're going to have time to work on query. Remember, querying is giving conditions for the database to display a certain information in the manner in which we want. The next is define a query now. That means you want to display a table based on you defining a query. The last is display the data found in an existing variable. Of course, we want to display category which we had saved in the database. So the option we are going to choose is display the data found in a file. Next, which data file? Category. What are the items to be displayed? We have only one item in the data file, cat name. Defining a sort item is just one, name. Additional parameters. Do we want our table to be read-only or to be editable? Editable here means that you can edit directly on the table. Single selection bar, single selection. This is if we want to be copying, you can have single or multiple selections. Which type of table control do you want? A vertical or a horizontal table control? Vertical table control, of course, for the beginning. You can use vertical if you like. Now here we are done. What is the name of this table? Table underscore category. But what is the caption we want? Table of category, for example. Remember the difference between the name and the caption. And we are done. Disabled, no action. Okay. Okay. Here is our category. Let's test this window and see the difference. You see that this is all what we have been saving. Car, cocoa, colo, polo. We are displaying on the same window. But see something. If I type Momo and I take new, it will give me the information. But what do you observe here? You observe that Momo does not automatically display on the table unless we close it and open it again, which is not supposed to be so. Why is it so? There's a new function we need to declare to ensure that whenever we save, it should be directly. See, you see, Momo did not show. But if I just come back and run the simulation again, we are going to have Momo. See, this is Momo. It's because it's not synchronized at real time. So what do we do to ensure that it will be so? In the new button, remember our code, you right click the code or you press F2. Before the RAS or after the RAS, depending on my choice. Before clearing the screen, it should display. The function we are going to use is dot display. Display. Dot display. But what should be displayed? The name of our table is table underscore category. So table underscore category should be displayed. So it should be table underscore category dot display. So the function is dot display. Then you take what should be displayed. The table which is table category dot display. So this will synchronize it at real time. This is what we are going to have. Let me put 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 1, and I take new. You see, the category 111 has been stored successfully. As you can see, we no need to go back. So that is how you handle this kind of situation. So you can decide to display on the same table, on a table in the same on the same window where it is being saved. So that is how we manage this kind of situation. But somebody else will say, okay, like in the case of contacts, there are so many contacts, and I want to save the information on a separate window. It's easy. The same procedure we use to drop this table. We create a new window and we drop it there. But there are other functions such as looper. It's another function, another display mode, or put display data. Looper. And let's display on a new window by using the looper instead. We'll create our new window, and I'm creating it from the template. And let me give the name display category. Okay. Now we'll take the looper, vertical looper, and drop. So remember, this is our wizard, but still the looper is from a data file. Category, item display, category, number of columns 1. If you specify 2, it will be side by side. So I take 1, it will be 1. Okay. Loop underscore category. See the difference? No action. You see? Let's test it and you see the difference. You see, these are all our categories displayed. This is mostly used when, like for contact, you can have list of contacts, just the names. And on the names, and when you click, it takes you to a detail about the contact. So this is our contact displayed in the form of a looper. So that was what we have handled so far. Our intention was to handle displaying here what we have been able to save, either on the looper or on the table. It doesn't mean that under this other window we could not display the looper. I decided to do it like this so that we will learn both the display on the table and display on the looper. If we have all understood, then I wish you luck. In our next video, we are going to see how to link all of these categories we have saved to this table, to this window contact, so that here you can select directly. Until we meet again, I say ciao. Miracle or the tired Jesus.